Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Hardeep Kaur, teaching in Institute of Social Science, Education and Research, Punjab University, Chandigarh. The module today we are going to discuss evolution and shift in party system, dominant party system, its breakdown. In this module, we will discuss regarding development of party system in context of India, and firstly we will discuss in this module political parties and party system in India, meaning and of different types of party system, nature of Indian party system, one party dominance or Congress system. Then we'll focus on the breakdown of the dominant party system, the Congress system, and emergence of multi-party system in context of India. So in this module we will try to get an overview of the Indian party system since independence to till date. India is the largest democracy in the world. Political parties and party system is an integral part of democracy. Hence, if we political parties numbering more than one do not exist in a country, it will be fertile to discuss the nature of democracy in that country. In case of India, British transferred power in 1947 to the hands of Indian National Congress. During that time, it was not an exceptional case. In the 1950s and 60s, several other newly independent Asian and African countries also witnessed this type of transfer of power, and as a result of it, these countries also experienced the introduction of single dominant party system led by the party that received power from the colonial rulers. So after independence, when Indian National Congress received power from the British for almost 4 decades from 1947 to 1989, India was run by the Congress party. Not only that, till 1996 all the prime ministers even from outside the Congress party were all ex-congressmen, like for example Morarji Desai of Janata Party, Chaudhry Charan Singh of Janata Party, then Vishwanatha Pratap Singh of Janata Dal, and Chandrasekhar of Samajwadi Janata Party. It was Atal Bihari Vajpayee who was the first Prime Minister of India in 1996 who was never a member of the Congress party. After 1989, coalition politics replaced one party dominant system at the center. Currently in India, two alliances are capturing power since 1998. These two alliances are National Democratic Alliance (NDA) led by Bharatiya Janata Party and the United Progressive Alliance (UPA) led by Indian National Congress Party. Party system meaning and different types. To understand the nature and transformation of the Indian party system, it is better to start with an understanding about party system and its type. In today's world, whether it is a democratic country or an authoritarian country, political party exists almost everywhere. Political party is an integral part of the modern and modernizing political systems. In different countries, party system is also noticed in different manner. A country may be distinguished from other countries in terms of having number of political parties who are in competition or base the political parties interact with each other. These are the reasons why party system also vary from one country to another country. Like most of the other social science issues, disagreement is also noticed while scholars categorizing the party system. The term party system is not coined by Maurice Duverger, whom we often recognize as the father of categorizing party system in a systematic way in 1951. The term was used long before him. For example, Arthur Holcombe used this term in his edited book entitled Parties Political, published in year 1933. But it was obvious that credit of Duverger, who for the first time attempted to classify the party system by categorizing it into single, two and multi-party system. But at the same time, we should remember that overemphasization on this concept numerically based is highly inadequate. So it is clear that party system in any country is not based only on numbers. But at the same time, we cannot ignore the fact that for a long time party system have been classified on the basis of the number of parties only that exist in that particular country. According to Duverger, single party system exists in those countries where dictatorship runs, where other political parties except the party of the dictator are simply banned. Example of party system may be taken from the political system of the North Korea, China or Cuba. On the other hand, in countries like USA and UK where two major political parties exist, those countries are called having two-party system. And where more than two political parties strongly exist, those political systems are called multi-party system. For example, India. But overemphasis on this numerical criteria is not sufficient enough. An academician may be faced a problem while distinguishing party system on the basis of these grounds. For example, what will be the party system of Great Britain called after 2010 election? Most of the party system literature says that British party system is a two-party system. But in 2010 election, none of the two major parties was in a position to form the government with individual capacity. Another scholar, Sartori, classifies the party system into 7 categories. These 7-fold classification are single party system, hegemonic party system, two-party system, predominant party system, limited or moderate pluralism, extreme or polarized pluralism, and autonomization. Jean Blondel, after having studied 19 Western democratic countries, survey period 1945 to 1966, also deviating from Duverger's classification, divided 6 types of party system. These are the two-party system, a 2.5 party system with the two major parties on the left and the right of the center and a smaller center party. Another, a 2.5 party system where the smaller party is on the left. Then another, a multi-party system where no single party gets more than about 20% of the vote. Another one is a multi-party system where a dominant left-wing party is faced by a divided right wing. Last, a multi-party system where a dominant right-wing party is faced by a divided left wing. Finally, we may say that in this globalized era, when a revolution has taken place in the field of information and communication technology, party systems have become more competitive. And in this environment, 3 major transformations took place in the party system. These are transformations from floating voters to silent voters, alignment to realignment, and umbrella parties to pan parties. When we talk about party system in India, the nature of Indian party system, one party dominance or Congress system. We have started this module by saying that India is the largest democracy of the world. But the constitution of the largest democracy does not contain a single word about the political party or party system. Concept of political party and party system is not a post-independent phenomena in India. It was in late 19th century Indian National Congress was formed in 1885 and started to play the role of a political organization. Although Congress had an umbrella type character and led the nationalist movement in India, it ultimately failed to cover all of India's diverse within it. Reasons behind this were the existence of different types of interest within the Congress party, covering different ideologies, castes, communities, tribes. All the above reasons are either caused for formation of subgroups within the Congress or formation of new political parties outside the Congress. It will not be any exaggeration if we say that these are the factors which later shaped the party system in post-independent India. It is interesting to note that after independence, India adopted the first past the post system voting method to elect Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha members. But a student of politics knows very well that according to Duverger, first past the post voting method is best suitable for a two-party system. And for a country like India where multi-party system exists, the best voting method will be the proportional representation method. But then why did not India not adopted proportional representation method? The logic is not so much clear, but one reason may be found in this way. Once our constitutional advisor B.N. Rao visited Ireland, and their Eamon Valera told him that British system, that is first past the post system, might given them a more strong government. Maybe this was the reason that India has adopted the first past the post voting method. Considering numerical criteria, the number of political parties were in an active mode after independence, while any would label India a nation with a multi-party system. Morris Jones and Kothari, however, had a different viewpoint. Studying the early phase, that is post-independence of the Indian party system, they made a conclusion that this type of party system may be called one-party dominant system or Congress system. Actually, both try to denote the same system using two separate words. In his famous article, Kothari branded India's one-party dominant system as a Congress system. According to Sartori, whenever we find in a polity a party that outdistances all the others, this party is dominant in that it is significantly stronger than the others. Morris Jones described that it is a system where other parties exist legally, but for reasons largely unrelated to legal question of governmental coercion find themselves unable to challenge effectively the dominant party's hold of public power. Aryan and Brains, on the other hand, tried to mix dominant party system with the political culture of developing countries. To them, dominant party system has often been associated with the developing countries where low level of mobilization have sometimes combined with independence movement to give rise to parties that seem to dominate their polities completely without doing away with democratic procedures and symbols. Kothari, on the other hand, specifically differentiated this system from one-party system. To him, one-party dominant system is a competitive party system. It has two important features: party of consensus and party of pressure. If we take the example of India, we may say in this way that in India, Indian National Congress played the role of party of consensus. Indian National Congress grabs the government as well as the opposition within its own fold, dominating politics at both level, national and at the state level. It actually covered up a lot of interest of or ideologies within it. So other political parties were unable to increase their strength outside this political party. They just played the role of parties of pressure noticed on the margin in this party system. The opposition parties occupied power till Congress system or one party dominant system lasted. The noticeable part in this system is that opposition parties tried to influence the government by communicating with the groups within the party of consensus, that was a dominant party, Congress, who are ideologically or sociologically close to them. Now the question is that on what ground these two social scientists branded India as having an one dominant party system. The basis of their conclusion is the election results which took place within the first 2 decades after independence. If we follow India's first 5 general elections, no one can place India into a pure single, bi or multi-party category. If we see the election result of these elections containing number of participation, political parties in these elections, we will see that there was no dearth of political parties contesting in the elections. But it was Congress which was able to win all the times with a big margin. It was the golden period of Congress when common people believed that only the Congress could be trusted. Our previous discussion already covered that this type of party system where more than one party exists but power remains in the hand of one political party again and again is called one party dominant system. In case of India, Kothari marked it as a Congress system. Let's go into a detailed discussion of the changing pattern of the Indian party system on the basis of the electoral results. Breakdown of the dominant party system in India, that is basically breakdown of Congress system and the emergence of multi-party system in India. From 1952 to 2014, the total number of political parties contesting in the Lok Sabha election increased from 53 to 464. If anybody deeply studies Indian politics, he will find out that Indian party system gradually shifted from one party dominance, that is Congress system, to a fragmented, federalized, less stable multi-party system. The results of the Indian National Congress in past Lok Sabha elections from 1951-52 to 2014 also established this fact. Here we must remember one fact, that in some elections Indian National Congress contested alone and in some elections it fought as a coalition partner. For example, since 2004, Indian National Congress is contesting election as a partner of United Progressive Alliance. So it is clear that till 1971 election, India was ruled by the Congress. In 1977, when Indira Gandhi faced election after the emergency, faced a massive defeat. But if we exclude this election as an exception, then we may call that from 1951 to 1984 elections in India was an example of one dominant party system in India. But Kothari's viewpoint slightly differs regarding this point. Kothari had an opinion that Congress system started to decline after the third general election after 1962 elections. Consequences of the Sino-India War affected the popularity of Nehru. Conflicts between the state and the National Congress leaders on the issue of food and agriculture policy and language crisis also contributed to the breakdown. All these weakened the party. Furthermore, huge defection took place from the Congress party due to the conflict of getting tickets in 1967 elections. And finally, a new post 1967 triangle among Congress dominated center and Congress dominant state and state ruled by non-Congress parties or coalitions were witnessed. Then, during the time of 1977 Lok Sabha and following some state elections in North India, situations almost looked like a beginning of a two-party system in India. It was when Congress and Janata Party were able to capture more than 70% of the total percentage of votes and seats. In 1975, Indira Gandhi declared emergency, and during this period, opposition political leaders were arrested. Political activities of these parties was banned. Most of the fundamental rights are withdrawn. Lok Sabha election was postponed in 1976 and media was censored. All these are the reasons that Congress seats were reduced from 352 in 1971 to 154 in 1977. Janata Party got a massive victory by winning 298 seats in 1977. Morarji Desai became the fourth Prime Minister of India, but due to the ideological differences and existence of power among leaders within the Janata Party, Desai's tenure was reduced from 5 years to 2 years. A fresh elections was held in 1980. Voters were on the other hand quite frustrated because of the conflict within the Janata Party. The way they have failed to continue their ministry for 5 years and within the 3 years 2 prime ministers took oath, voters did not like it at all. So they again chose Indira Gandhi and her Congress in 1980. This time the Congress got 353 seats. And before the next scheduled elections, Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated. His son Rajiv Gandhi became the interim prime minister, and Lok Sabha elections was called in 1984. And Indira Wave helped Congress to get 415 seats in the 8th Lok Sabha elections. After independence, it was the biggest victory for Congress in the Lok Sabha elections. As a student of Indian politics, we should remember that this was the last election when any single party received absolute majority after the election results. Although right now Bharatiya Janata Party also has an absolute majority in the floor of the Lok Sabha 282, but they have fought the elections as a partner of the National Democratic Alliance, whereas in 1984 Congress did not have any such coalition partner. After 1989 election result, no political party gained the absolute majority in 1989 election. Major issue was the Bofors scam, and to defeat Rajiv Gandhi, Janata Dal led National Front formed a coalition with the right-wing party BJP and left-wing parties simultaneously. But after the arrest of Lal Krishan Advani during the Rath Yatra, BJP withdrew its support from the government. Under these circumstances, Chandrasekhar left the Janata Dal and formed a new party named Samajwadi Janata Party. This party had got support from Congress and formed a short-term ministry from November 1990 to June 1991. In 1991, Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated during the course of the election phase, and P.V. Narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister of India. In post-election result, Congress got 244 seats. So initially the position was like Congress was the largest party but needs to take support from the other parties. In 1996, BJP got 161 seats, but BJP failed to prove its majority. United Front government was formed by H.D. Deve Gowda. He was supported by Left Front and Congress, but Congress withdrew its support from the government when Sitaram Kesri had some problem with the decisions of the Deve Gowda ministry. As per the demand of the Congress party, Janata Dal changed their Prime Minister, and Inder Kumar Gujral became India's 12th Prime Minister in the month of April 1997. But this government also failed to continue, and in 1998 another elections was held. This time BJP formed the National Democratic Alliance to form the government. The formation of NDA is a significant thing in Indian politics, and as it would rule India for a long time in future. But unfortunately, their coalition lasts only 1 year, and in 1999, the country faced its 13th Lok Sabha election. Since 1998 till date, India is being ruled by two major alliances. In 1999, NDA again came into the power, but this time they were able to complete a 5-year term. In the year 2004, Congress-led UPA captured the power quite surprisingly, because almost all the exit polls hint that NDA would came into the power for next term. After winning the 2009 election, UPA completed its 10-year in the center in the year 2014. In the year 2014, BJP-led NDA came to power with absolute majority. Now it is interesting to see that in near future, in which way Indian politics will take turn, whether it is one party which will have absolute majority or coalition governments led by major political parties in the country. So let's conclude. In this module, we discussed that party system basically a concept in comparative political science. In Indian context, in first phase of Indian party system, where Congress was the only party with an all India presence in ideological, institutional or organizational terms, Congress known as a umbrella party. Then second phase was marked by a shift from single party dominance to multi-party politics due to the fragmentation of political parties at the India level. There was rise in number of state level parties. The post-Congress polity marked by the decentering of Indian polity with the emergence of multi-party and coalition governments at regional, state and national level. In 2014 elections, absolute majority to BJP-led NDA alliance put it some further questions that in which way Indian politics will take turn, again one party dominance or coalition government run by major political parties at India level. Thank you.